Okay, guys, I finally got up the nerve to play 5, so here we go. Oh my god. I believe this chapter has the most stuff to do. Besides, I think it was chapter 2 where we actually had to do a lot of stuff. Then the rest is, I think, gonna run mostly visual novel. So, here we go. Ano Yamato. Shangri-La. Here we go.
俺は罰を受けなくてはならない。携帯のカメラがフラッシュするたびに校舎の壁を白く照らし出す。
Okay.
ここは無人だ。ただ俺と彼女だけがいる。またここに来てしまった。
I was acutely aware that my hand in which I held my cell phone had begun sweating. Oh, this is the creepy glasses kid, that's right. Yeah, and my breathing had become uncomfortably heavy. I was getting steadily more excited. And it was all because of her. A perfect flower, brightly adorned, adorning the wall with a myriad of colors. Such was the departed female form spread before me. That's right, he gets turned on from dead people. Ugh. When I first encountered her, it took me several moments just to comprehend what I was seeing. I never beheld a person with such grievous injuries before, and I'm not even certain the word injuries would apply to the situation like this.
どんな精神状態なら同じ人間をここまでできるんだ。
I was certain this action had been wrought by human hands, largely because both of her arms had been nailed, to the wall with construction-grade... What is that? Linchpins? Linchpins? Based solely on the dugout abdomen, seemingly without the use of tools. The intestines lying on the floor, smashed eyeballs, and exposed jaw. Ooh, God. One might think she'd been torn apart by wild animals. The linchpins and the faint traces of bloody handprints here and there prove otherwise.
だがこの造形はどうだ。これには誰かの意志が、情熱が宿っているじゃないか。
Oh God. So freaking creepy. I have a hard time reading this, guys. This is pretty gruesome. The blood that splattered far and wide shone in my flash like bright red flame, and whole chunks of flesh were strewn about like flower petals. This flayed, eviscerated corpse with arms outstretched and nailed to the wall brought to mind images of Jesus nailed to the cross. But she was even purer than that. There was no self-sacrifice here, no lesson to be taught. Whoever did this clearly had fun with it. They enjoyed killing her. They enjoyed destroying her. Oh God.
確かに動物の中には食うためでなく遊びのために他の動物を殺し死体を放置する者もいる。ライオンやサルやイルカのように社会性の高い動物の群れでは差別や虐待もある。だが そういう他者への攻撃衝動を作品にまで高められるのは人間だけだ。
I think you're the only one that thinks it's art.
本当にそれだけの理由か。
My internal monologue had become a soliloquy, if only for a moment. What was it about this girl that fascinated me so? Witnessing the aftermath of a murder's actions did not provide a certain sense of childlike helplessness, to be sure. But why had she, in particular, stricken my fancy?
ここは死者のパーティー会場みたいな場所だ。凄惨な遺体は他にいくらでもある。それなのに。
I think that's the girl he had the hots for that's dead there. He just can't find her tag. The moment I first laid eyes on her will stay with me always. Not just the sight, but the smell too, hanging in the air like steam after a hot bath. She was young, junior or senior high age. But that's about all I could determine. Her uniform was tattered and soaked through with blood, and there was no student ID tag anywhere to be found. The only reason I believed her to be a she is the fact that there was the presence of a makeup bag and ornate tortoiseshell jewelry box on the ground nearby.
どこの誰かもわからない。こんな死体になぜ俺は。
I'm pretty sure that's the girl you liked.
教えてくれ。君は誰なんだ。
The alarm on my cell phone sounded as if an answer.
もうそんな時間か。
The production of The Barber of Seville was airing on MHK Educational Network that evening, and Mayu had asked me to record it for her. Being away from my TV at the time, I had set a few reminder alarms on the phone to sound at regular intervals beforehand. Mayu was most renowned for her love of sweets and accessories such as, and I often wondered if anyone else knew how much she enjoyed the works of Rosani. Rosini?
マユを探さないと。あいつは俺がついてないとダメなんだ。
I need to find Mayu. She's lost without me. Yeah, she's dead too. You just found her ass, I think. Ah, bright and beautiful Mayu, beloved by all who knew her. I was the only one aware of the weakness that lay within her heart. Therefore, I was the only one who could truly protect her.
そういえば、持田の妹。あの子はどうしているだろうな。さっき俺はついあの子を追い回して怖がらせてしまった。
I adored watching her run for her dear life. It was an act befitting a psychopath pedophile, yet I am no such thing. Why then did I glean such joy from it? 'Cause you're a jerk. I simply found her frail, cowering, cowardice to be irresistibly precious. Countenance? Whatever. The sight of an overwhelming weak person standing before me, utterly helpless and alone, elated my very soul. And sensation was nearly orgasmic. Yet this was a friend's sister. For all the torment I'd caused, I certainly intended no harm. The perceived threat I represented just spawned such panic and horror within her that I couldn't help myself. Thinking back upon it still makes me smile.
まるで
Okay.
自分の中で別の自分が目覚めつつあるようなそんな感覚だ。
Yeah, it's kind of taking out the darkness, isn't it, buddy?
ダメだ、こんなのは俺らしくない。この悪夢みたいな場所のせいか。
Yeah, it does. It makes you really screwed up. Indeed, this wouldn't do at all. If I were to return to the real world with Mayu and the others without first discarding this new me, I would no longer be able to live the way I did before.
携帯に保存した画像や動画は全て消しておかないと。彼女の姿も。
Oh. Not your dead girlfriend.
ヘニー、トウコ、みんな、誰かいないの？やっぱもろに落としちゃった。平気かな、携帯。最悪、ストラップ壊れたし。
What a crappy strap.
ここにも誰もいない。みんなどこにいるんだろう。ついさっきまで生徒会室にいたのに。やっぱりあの幸子さんのおまじないが原因なのかな。ここはどう考えてもいつもの学校の中じゃない。生徒会の仲間とクラスメート数人で例のおまじないをして、多分私は貧血か何かで気を失ってしまったんだと思う。目が覚めたらこんな気味が悪いところにいた。
Lucky you got here later, honey.
友達の姿はどこにもなかった。最初は瞳子たちのいたずらだと思ったんだけど、どうもそんな雰囲気じゃない。
Yeah, that's too far beyond. They wouldn't, like, drug you and throw you in here. Look at that bloody-ass cupboard. Shit.
怒っても叫んでも、さすがに怖くなってもうやめてと頼んでも誰一人現れない。なんだか悪い夢を見ているみたいだ。むしろ夢であってほしいと心から思う。一人でこんなところにいるなんて我慢できない。とにかく誰かに会いたくてたまらない。
It's a lot better when you're with someone else.
せめて私の名前を呼んでほしい。私は山本美月。白檀高等学校の2年生で生徒会の初期。私はここにいるよ、みんな。
The door is frozen in place like it's a decoration on a wall. It doesn't even rattle when you push it.
ここも窓と同じで開かない。どうなってんのもう。
I'm not going to accomplish anything staying in one place. I need to keep looking for my friends. Okay, she just freaking hauled ass out of the room? I wanted to look at the bloody shelf. Oh, shit.
美月さん、
誰？
俺だよ、黒崎。
Kurosaki!
黒崎？どこ？
You're in the same hallway, but separated by a huge hole in the floor. Still, I'd finally found someone. Kensuke Kurosaki, a classmate of mine. After being alone here all this time, finally a friend. I could barely contain my exuberance. Who talks like this?
黒崎、やっぱ無事だったんだね。よかった。
I don't remember this guy. Is he new?
美月さんも大丈夫だった？怪我とかしてない？
私は平気。黒崎、みんなは？
わからないんだ。俺もさっき気がついたばっかで。大地、どうして自分がこんなとこにいるんだかも。
だよね。私たち生徒会室にいたよね。なのにどうしてこんなボロい学校に。気絶してる間に誰かに連れてこられたってこと？
かもしんないけど、こんなことするやつなんて。
まともじゃないよ。黒崎見た？ここって。
死体だろ？見たよ。人生初の体験だよ。リアルでしょんべん漏らしかけたぜ。